Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I am your host as always, Midnight Sun, and today we are going to be heading into the first half of the Spirit Temple. That being, of course, the half we need to go through with Child Harvey. So let's go ahead and zoom right in there, taking a couple hits from levers. Not that we really need to care, only doing a half heart of damage at this point doesn't really matter to us. And, oh, there we go, there's a little seed that we've planted. And let's go ahead and head inside. Alright, so we've already done a couple of things inside here. Namely, we have gotten ourselves a key, which is a good thing. And now we are going to be going ahead and, no, we don't need to solve any more puzzles at the moment. We already got that done. We're going to be going ahead and talking to somebody who was not here when we were an adult. It's this fine red-headed lady right here. And of course you haven't seen us around. It's the first time we're here. So she gives us three options when she asks us what we are doing here. Two of them are true, one of them is false. When we tell her that we want to see the temple, she says it's not for kids. She's soon going to contradict. When we tell her that we're looking for sages, she says that she doesn't know anybody like that. So she must know this place pretty well and know that there are no sages in here. As far as she knows. But when we lie to her and say we have nothing to do, even though the temple's apparently not for kids, she tells us to go ahead and do her a favor inside the temple anyway. So, adults are great role models, right? Right. She asks us if we're one of Ganondorf's role models, and once again contradicts herself by, making fun of us when we try and say, well, what if we are? Huh? We might be coming after you. You're messing around in the temple. Anyways. Anyway, this is Anaburu, whose name does in fact ring a bell. If you remember, she is the one who is apparently the leader of the Gerudo thieves in place of Ganondorf while he's off. However, she is not too hot on the idea of Ganondorf. So she's telling us a little bit about the sociology of the Gerudo race, or the social structure. So only one man is born every 100 years, and the Gerudo must obey that single man. So it's kind of like, I guess, a bit of a miracle, considering the fact that the rest of them are women. It's almost like a male cat being born to a calico cat. Any of you who don't know, it's exactly what it sounds like. Calico cats only give birth to females. So she wants us to crawl around and help to cripple Ganondorf's attempts to do stuff by getting a certain item called the Silver Gauntlets. However, she reminds us that she tells us that the Silver Gauntlets won't fit a kid, but they will fit an adult? Nah, we should give them to her. She's being nice and letting us crawl around a temple. And after all, we're Harvey. We love temples, right? Right. Anyway, yep, she wants to be the thief that she is and mess up the other thieves' plans. Thieves stealing from thieves. And, let's go ahead and not antagonize her. Let's just go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, we're gonna give him a big surprise, alright. Ooh, she'll do something great for us. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Wink's as good as a nod. Anyway, yeah. So, that is our mission. We're going to go ahead inside here. We are going to pick up the Silver Gauntlets, and then we're going to hand them over to Anaburu, who's the one nice enough to let us in here. So let's go ahead, Harvey. Go ahead, Harvey. Yeah, I don't really know why I was sticking there for such a long time. I think I may have been talking to somebody on Skype. Anyways, we crawl through this hole, and I'm going to have to quickly unequip my I'm quickly going to have to take off this shield because, as all of you know, I love my Kokiri shield, and it seems all of those lava slugs, or fire slugs, or flame slugs, or whatever the heck they're called, I don't have time to hit Upsy and talk to Navi, but whatever the heck they're called, maybe you'll remember how there were very few of them inside of the Fire Temple. It seems they all migrated here. Unfortunately, though, it seems as though most of our items as a child are not going to work against them. The boomerang, which is usually pretty good at stunning stuff, doesn't work. And our sword doesn't work either. Fortunately, what are they called? The Deku Nuts, right? Simple name. The Deku Nuts are as crazy awesome as ever, and we are able to use them against them. That one gets away, but we're going to catch up to him eventually. There's another one around here that we need to kill. We managed to get this one and throw bombs at it while it's still stuck in place, so we don't have to chase it around. And I'm not really sure why, but this is another one of those weird cases where one of the enemies takes more hits than the other one. You'll remember that we already threw one bomb at that one, and even though it only took 2 bombs to kill the other one, this one took 3, so it happens. It's a weird thing about the game. It happens. Anyway, as opposed to when we were a child, when only one of the doors would open up, here 2 doors open up. So let's go ahead and run through the one that originally opened anyway. That being, of course, this one here on the left, and we come across an odd enemy. This is just the dungeon map anyway. We come across an odd enemy. It's called an Anubis. And it's susceptible to fire, and I believe it will actually spit out fire, but it almost never does. In fact, I'm not entirely sure, because I think maybe it only happened once to me, and that was a long time ago. That was a really long time ago. I can't even remember. Also, I hate keys. Look at that. Look at that. Din's fire. It's a gift from the goddess, and what happens? Oh, I'm just going to light on fire. You know, no big deal. It's no big deal. Oh, I hate these guys. Also, So yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, so basically, yeah, the Anubis enemies are really only there as a method to try and get you to think about the puzzle inside the room. Like, you could, of course, just use Din's fire, and it's not like there's any other way for you to have gotten to this point. Well, I guess you could have skipped the Spirit Temple and gone straight here, and not the Spirit Temple. Wow. You could have skipped the Shadow Temple and come straight here, and that would have meant you had to, you know, figure out a way to get that thing lit on fire without Din's fire, because that's the first. When you go to the Shadow Temple, that's the first time you actually need Din's fire. However, if you've already picked it up, then there's no need to think about it any further. Just go ahead and hit Din's fire, and they're dead. Anyway, we go here into this right-hand room, which we usually would not have been able to get into like this. There are a few boulders on the walls, a couple of graves, and some Gidbos. So we're going to have to go ahead and kill the Gidbos first, obviously. So, we're going to use the Sun Song to freeze them in place, because Kid Harvey does not deal out as much damage, and we don't have the Bigoron sword to, you know, of course, just kill them in one jump attack. So, oh jeez, yeah. You see, I should have Z-targeted. I did not Z-target, look what happens. Navi Appreciation Day, huh? Anyway, there we go, we kill him. We get enough magic back to replenish what we used on Din's fire. And we find that there is, once again, something hidden underneath a grave. Fortunately, there is no penalty for digging up the other grave as well, so let's go ahead and do that. Nothing there to, you know, have. I mean, it doesn't take anything away, it doesn't give you anything. But, hey, what the heck. Now, you'll see that opened up the gate the wrong way, we would say. It opened away from us, which allows us to throw stuff into that area, but it doesn't allow us to actually, you know, run over to that area just yet. I kind of dicked around a little bit. I blew up some rocks. There's actually nothing behind these rocks, but I had to kind of get the timing right, and it was, you know, it was kind of fun trying to get the timing right. So even if I had looked it up and saw that there was nothing there, I may have kept going with this. All right, managed to get that one down, but there's nothing. Fortunately, this game has given us something which we'll be able to blow that up with. We don't use it very often, but now that we have a chance to, well, we're going to do it. Bomb shoes. A whole bunch of them we have. We have 45. Wow. I think we've only used these things like twice so far. It's kind of disgusting. Anyway, that opens up an eye, which we can hit with our slingshot, and one of these weird ghosty spider-webby platforms appears. Once again, hit the Sun Song to freeze the Gidbos in place, because we don't want them jumping on top of our heads and humping our skulls. And go ahead, Harvey. Go ahead, Harvey. There we go, there's one, using the Z targeting function, which is always helpful, especially when you need to hit a target multiple times like this to make them not threatening. And that opens up that door over there. We grab ourselves a heart and some redundant magic power, and now we are in a weird spinning room. This is really cool, actually. Check this out. Whoa. Spinning platform, fire all around us, and all of a sudden a Stalfos appears? That's pretty cool. That is, like, pretty damn cool, right? I'm sorry, I just really like it. It's like the people who were designing Master Quest were like, you know, it'd be really cool if we had, like, a spinning platform and stuff. And then an enemy came down. You had, like a cage match against them, but the cage was fire. It's awesome. It's awesome. However, this is a little bit more like a sumo match, as it turns out, than an actual sword fight. Because we're hitting them, we're hitting them, we're hitting them, and then, yeah, we push them off. Isn't that nice? We pushed him off. Who needs to fight when you just push your enemy off, right? Right? Yeah. Alright. Anyways, so we managed to kill the Stalfos, which opens up this door here. And you'll see that this is the platform, this is the side of that room that we couldn't get to before. Inside of it, we find ourselves another key, so now we have 2. And we're also going to find another switch hidden underneath the groove, which will drop that bridge, and then we can head back into the room and go straight through the center. Funnily enough, after I was done with this, just because of the fact that I was having so much troubles, I looked up a guide just to see how it should be properly done. And the guy actually said I should go through this center door first, which made absolutely, well, I should go through the hole here first, and it made absolutely no sense to me, because you're going to hit a wall in that case, because you're going to need another key. I don't know. Sometimes the people who write guides just have to, oh, okay, we're going to need another bomb chew. Look at that, they're being useful. Sometimes people who write guides have like really weird ways of doing it themselves, and yeah, it's kind of strange. Anyway, I was holding on to that bomb chew just in case I had to, like, you know, time it, but the bomb chew could have gone for a long time after that, so I don't think I had to. Anyways, this is where we notice the first oddity in this dungeon, and it's this rusty, it's this rusty button. We, as a child, can't do anything about it, so what the heck? Also, there's a boulder up there, and this switch, and oh my god, that boulder was electric. That was not a boulder at all. And now the boulder has our shield. And I'm going to be really reckless when attacking this boulder, because as any of you who have fought them before know, life flakes can suck you in really, really easily. However, it seems we were not scrumptious enough, and it spits us back out. Also, we managed to defeat it in time, so we don't need to worry about our Hylian shield. There it is. I look up just to make sure there aren't any more strange enemies that are going to fall down and attack me, and I climb up this wall here. Climb up the wall, and we are met with a very familiar room with more enemies from the Death Mountain area. And I actually did not need to hit that guy with my slingshot because he would have died from the explosion anyway. These not Goron, these Dongo babies, yeah, they're pretty dangerous to themselves. They don't need me. Alright, if we throw some bombs at that Beamos, it'll do the thing where it closes the eye instead of automatically killing it. By the way, did you ever realize just how dangerous Beamos are? They deal like about a full heart of damage, I think. Because I was going through the, the Shadow Temple. I finally managed to get through the Shadow Temple on normal mode without using the Eye of Truth. And those guys are actually pretty dangerous. They're no joke. I missed the bomb chew, by the way. So if you have a low amount of hearts and you come up against a couple of Beamos, you have to watch out. You really do. Like, I would almost put them on the same danger level as Stalfos. In fact, I would put them higher up because Stalfos you have a few tricks against. If you come up against the Beamos and you're caught unaware, or if you have a few of them, you can't attack all of them at once. You're kind of screwed. Anyway, I went out of this room a little bit too early. There was something I wanted to show you. A box appeared, but we are unable to actually get to the box just yet. It's another one of those things that for some reason the game put them here, but we can't reach them. Oh, there we go, okay. I don't think I was really, like, focusing on it. There was another time when I went back and I did, but we're not actually going to show that. You'll know why. You'll know why. Anyway, this room is where things go awry the first time. I kind of didn't understand what I was supposed to be doing. I mean, that eye switch is pretty obvious, but I didn't notice the other really obvious thing in this room. So I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to grab what is the compass, and then I'm going to be running around a little bit like an idiot. So I'm just going to go ahead and zoom to the part when I decided to act more smarter. Alright, so we come back to Harvey with a little bit more magic lost, in fact quite a bit more magic lost, and the Hylian shield equipped once again, and it was at this point that I realized... Oh, damn pots. It was at this point that I realized what I was doing wrong. There is a pressure switch up top, and obviously you need something to, you know, put pressure on it while you aren't there. That's when I noticed that there was a box, and I was being a bit of an idiot. So, we were able to jump over that there, what's it called, banister, and we get up here, at which point I put down the box very carefully, because I don't want to throw it, and I play the Song of Time, which will do what you would expect the Song of Time to do. It makes one of those time blocks appear. Fancy schmancy. Anyways, so I grab that box. There we go, Harvey. And we jump into the block, and we jump into the hand, and then we are finally able to do what I was trying to do the entire time, which was keep that there door open. So, that's what we did today. I don't really want to admit how much time I was running around for. Suffice to say, I'm still proud of the fact that I did not go and look at a guide to figure it out for me. I hate doing that. Anyway, another relic of Death Mountain dungeons. One of these fire-spitting face things. Went a bit too far there. Went a bit too far. And now we emerge into this room. This room is amazing. This room is really amazing. Want to know what those dudes are? Those dudes are the fire skulls that would usually disappear once you once they went back into like a pit of lava or something, or a hole. But there's no hole or pit of lava. By the way, you can see what fire does to you if you don't roll around or swing your sword. It does deal out about another another 3/4 of a heart of damage or so. So watch out there. Roll around. Stop, drop, and roll. Literally, that's what Legend of Zelda teaches you. Anyways, but yeah, there's lots of blocks to be pushed here. If we get these three, 2 of them help to open up the door, and then the next couple will get us some rupees. But they don't get us rupees in any easy way. They get us rupees via wall masters. And of course I, made this all go faster because I always make rooms where you have to, zoom around on top of this stuff, go faster. It's just easier. It's just easier. And once again, you'll notice there, if you saw, or maybe you could go back and just look at it really quickly, there was a hookshot target. Once again, something which we cannot do. What the heck? Really? What the heck? I hate those guys. They're bouncing around. There's no way to make them disappear. And there's like 3 or 4 of them. Anyway, I just had to pull this one here. I'm like, I understood that I had made everything that was necessary in this room appear, but I'm an adventurer. I'm Harvey. Also, here's another point where I realized, I did something wrong, and it was not simply running into a very obvious enemy. I'm missing a key. So, let's run around and go find that key. So after a little while, I came into this room again, and by chance, I turned around and I hit L targeting, and, well, look at that. There's an I target there. I got this room open a little while ago when I was trying to find the way to get through that door up there, like the pressure switch. And I noticed that there was a chest, but I couldn't find the way to make it appear. But I wasn't too worried about that because I didn't need a key at that moment. So there you go, that's what happens. Now I need to go through that whole process again to get the door open, so let's zoom back over to the other door. By the way, just really quickly, if you want to know how you get that door open, there is an eye switch that is covered up by ice. So if you just use Din's Fire, you can clear it up. Randomly swing at this big skull to look at how angry at it. If you have, Din's Fire, you can just, well, of course you're going to have Din's Fire at this point. You can just light up the area, and it will melt the ice, and then you can hit it with your slingshot. That's how you get into that area as a kid. I'm not entirely sure if you can do it, get into that. No, I'm pretty sure you can get into there as a kid, normally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Anyways, we are in this room where we are faced with a familiar enemy. In the normal version of the game, this would be the first time that we are seeing it, but Iron Knuckles. It hurts a lot. Strike one drops its guard. But we've already seen this guy in the Fire Temple, so we know how to defeat him. Now, I'm just going to take a couple hits from it. You'll notice that they're dealing out, what, 5 hearts damage? Yeah, they're dealing out 5 hearts damage. So I was going to take one more hit to try and get, like, as far into the red as possible, but then I realized that I was already too low. And now I'm going to show you why I do not like using Nairu's love, or favor, whatever the heck it's called. Yeah, it's Nairu's love, right? Yeah. This is why I don't like using it. See that? You see all the danger that was in that fight? I was 1 hit away from dying. And now I don't need to worry about it anymore. Of course, it's worse in Skyward Sword when we have this kind of mechanic. I hate the fact they put the kind of mechanic in there. But, you know what? It's not really cool. By the way, you'll notice right there, if you're running out of hearts, you can just stand next to a pillar. He'll eventually destroy it, and then you can collect the hearts or whatever the heck that comes out of it. Sometimes magic comes out of it too. By the way, here's another little fun tactic. When he's not in his fast form, you can kind of circle around him and keep on hitting him because he can't keep up with you. You could still kind of do it when he's in his fast form, but you need to watch out because as soon as you get like beyond completely behind his back, he goes ahead and he takes swings at you because he can still turn while swinging. So he feels confident. And I finish him off with a bomb chew. So yeah, it's just a fun little tactic. You know, if you can manage to time it properly. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. There's lots of cool stuff you can do if you time it properly. That involves, like, you know, hitting enemies. Yeah, it's fun. Anyways, that's the Iron Knuckle, and this is the end of the first half of the dungeon. So let's collect our prize. Ooh, but first we have to talk to the owl. Capriel Gebora, I think. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, so this guy here, this is actually the last time that we're going to be talking to him. And this was, even though he had been kind of annoying, always putting the answer that would lead you to talking to him more in the place where you thought it meant talking to him less. It was kind of a poignant moment for me, anyway. Every single time I play it, even now when I'm watching it, I don't know, I feel kind of odd. Just like, I don't know, even though he was kind of an annoying character to begin with, just the fact that this guy who always seemed to have all the knowledge was suddenly admitting that, you know, all the stuff that you're doing, he thought was, you know, just kind of a legend. You know, he's kind of leaving the protection of Hyrule up to you now because his time is over. It felt odd. It just felt odd to me. Yeah. Of course, we're going to see him again in Majora's Mask, so that's going to be fun. Anyways, we are now going to collect our prize inside of this box here. Silver gauntlets. Silver gauntlets. Oh, yeah. Alrighty then. So the silver gauntlets do exactly what they're saying they allow you to do. They let you lift very heavy objects. However, we promised that we would give them to Anaburu, so let's look at a cutscene to figure out what happens with that. Alrighty then, so the game has revealed to us that there's still more to be done inside the Spirit Temple, because Anaburu now needs to be saved and those witches need to be defeated. So then, what do we do today? We went through the first half of the temple, we got lost a few times, but in the end we managed to collect the power of silver. That's the big tablets out front in the temple were telling us about, and they also happen to be one of the only treasures in the game that is both a key item and found in a treasure chest outside of a temple, technically. Anyway, I will talk to you guys next time when we are going into the next part of the Spirit Temple. And, I went a little bit overtime. Anyways, I will talk to you guys then, next time.